guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be, I would want to say this as the last installment for my makeup for beginners series, but I was laying down last night on my bed and I thought that, why am I gonna make this the last installment for my makeup for beginners series? I can always come up with different ideas as like a how-to for makeup for those of you who are beginners to makeup. So this is not going to be a last installment, but this is going to be another episode, if you will, or another video for the makeup for beginners series. If you guys have not seen the last 3 videos for this series, I will include the playlist for all 3 videos down below in the description box if you guys are interested in doing that. I already did the makeup for beginners for the brushes, the how to apply foundation and concealer and your base and all that, the eyeshadow, and now today I will be showing you guys how to apply your blush, your bronzer, and your contour and finish up the rest of your makeup. I am not going to include a how to apply your lipstick because I think it's very self-explanatory. This is why I look weird today, because I have all of my makeup on except for my blush, my bronzer, and my contour. If you guys have been loving all of the videos from my makeup for beginners series, then please be sure to give this video a thumbs up. If you guys are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Rama. Thank you so much again for taking time out of your day to sit down and watch my videos. I really do appreciate it. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below and also hit the notification bell right next to the subscribe button so you guys can always stay posted whenever I upload a new video on my channel. So if you guys want to learn how to apply blush, bronzer, and contour and all that good stuff, then let's just go ahead and get started. Okay, so for today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys all of the products that I use to apply blush, bronzers, and contours, including the brushes and the types of makeup products that I'm going to be using. And as always, because this is a makeup for beginners series, I want to include products that are available for you guys at the drugstore or are affordable in general. So none of these products that I have in front of me are high-end, including the brushes. Depending on my mood or depending on the type of makeup I'm doing, like in terms of eyes, I would sometimes start with the eyes if I expect a lot of fallout, or if I'm working with a palette that I don't know if there's going to be a lot of fallout, I'll usually start with the eyes, because if I do my base before my eyes with a palette that I don't know if there's going to be a lot of fallout, or with a palette that I know there's going to be a lot of fallout, then it's just going to ruin my base and it's just going to ruin the whole entire makeup. But if I'm working with a palette that I'm very familiar of in terms of how much fallback there is, I'll usually just start off on my face, and that is including my foundation, my concealer, my powder, and also applying my blush, bronzer, and contour. Without further ado, let's just go ahead and get started. So normally I would start with bronzing up my face, and there's so many drugstore options for bronzers out there. One of the bronzers that I really love is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. That smells so heavenly, it smells very tropical, but if you guys are sensitive to scent, you may not like that, but the Physician Formula bronzers are very well known and very popular, and I really love their bronzers, but mine is actually close to being expired, and even though if it wasn't expired, I actually have to get a darker one because that bronzer is a little too light for me, I find. So I'm gonna try to see if I can find a darker shade. I know they came out with different shades now for the bronzers. The one that I've been using a whole lot is nothing new to you guys. If you guys are not new to my channel, you guys have seen me use this all the time. This is the Neutrogena Healthy Skin Blend, and this is in the shade Sunkissed 30. This is probably my second one, so I'm almost out. I got the clip pan. Now I'm gonna show you guys the 2 bronzer brushes that I like to use in terms of affordability. One is from Your Technique, well actually they're both from Your Technique. This one is the blush brush actually, but I really love how fluffy this is, and it is great to bronze up your face because it just diffuses the bronzer so beautifully and flawlessly. So I really love this brush. Brushes, even though this is a blush brush, is what it's called, it can be used for anything for other than blushes. Because when you use this for blush, you can use this for blush. If you guys want to use this for contour, you can use this for contour. I wouldn't use this for foundation because it's not densely packed enough to be used as a foundation, but if you can also use this for a powder brush as well. Some brushes are multi-use kind of brushes, and some are just really, really for what they said to be. Okay, the other bronzer brush which I will be using today is this one again from Your Technique. This is technically the foundation brush. This is the ultimate blending brush, I believe, or buffing brush or something like that. I know this is for foundation for sure, but I really love using this for bronzers because of the fact that it's not too dense, not too loose either. So I really love how just enough density for it, and this has been my bronzer brush specifically for this bronzer, really, right? I think I only find myself using this brush for this bronzer. I don't know why, but I'm gonna go ahead and bronze up my face. Now bronzing up your face really is just to give bring warmth back to your face. So if you guys, like say if you applied a lighter foundation that's lighter than your normal skin tone, you guys can always correct that or fix that with a bronzer, because bronzer really does fix anything that is way too light for you guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and bronze up my face. Now bronzing up your face really doesn't have to be, how do I say this, precise if you will. So I just really like to, I'm gonna go ahead and dip this first. What I really like to do is just start off from my, really from my middle, the middle of my cheek, like right here where the cheekbone is. I don't know how to explain it, but right there. And I'll usually just wipe my bronzer brush up and down and then buff it out in circular motion. So I would start from the middle and just swipe it back and forth, and then just buff it out from here all the way to my hairline, just to make it look like it's natural. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I do have a breakout right here, so I don't mind that. And I also like to bring it a little bit towards the temple, not too much. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. And I also like to bronze up along my hairline just to even it out. So I usually start right here and just buff it from here to the temple. So I'll just wrap it around here. I hope I'm explaining this correctly and in a way that you guys will understand. And then I also like to sweep my bronzer brush along my hairline right on this area, just so, again, to even it out. Brought up all my baby hairs up. Alright, so the next thing and the last thing that I do with the bronzer is just to bronze up along the jawline. Again, to even it out, and then sometimes I'll bring it down to my neck. So the next step after that is contour. Now normally when I do everyday makeup, or if I'm not going to any fancy events or anything, I'll usually just stick with bronzer, blush, and highlight, because contour is for me more on the, oh, I'm going to a special occasion kind of thing. But for this video, I'm just going to show you guys how to contour. There are two ways to contour. You can do a really precise, sharp looking contour, and there's just like this, how do I say this, diffuse looking contour if you will. Again, there's so many different types of contour shades in the drugstore right now and out on the market that's affordable. The one that I love is from Wet n Wild. This is the Wet n Wild MegaGlo contouring palette, and this is in the shade Dulce de Leche, and this is probably one of my favorite contour palettes. So it does come with a contour shade right here, and it does come with a setting powder. I am not going to be using this today, but if you guys want other options, I would definitely prefer this one or recommend this one. The contour palette that I'm going to be using today is from NYX, and this is the 3 steps to Sculpting palette. It does come with 3 different powders: the contour powder, the highlighter, and the setting powder. I don't normally use the highlighter too often, and haven't really used it, but I believe this is the same banana powder that I own and I'm almost out of, so I'm definitely going to make use out of this. But we're going to be using this shade right now. It does look dark, so a very light hand would definitely be a must for this one. So the contour brush that I'm going to be using is from Luxie. This is the Luxie 512 small contouring brush. So it looks like so. It's just a perfect shape for contouring your face. So I'm going to go ahead and dip my brush onto the product, and then I'm just going to tap off the excess. And normally when people contour, they make a fishy face or duck face, because when you contour, you're trying to contour or carve out the hollows of your cheeks. So you're trying to define the hollows of your cheek, if that makes sense. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start again from the middle and then swipe my brush up and down and then buff it in circular motion. And again, I'm going to bring it all the way to the hairline to make it look more natural. And I'm also going to contour a little bit along my hairlines just to even it out, just a tad. And you may ask what the purpose of contouring. This is just going to give your face a little bit more of a definition, a little bit more of depth. And if you guys want to accentuate your cheekbone, this is also a perfect way just to give you guys that perfect shadow. Now, if you guys want a chiseled or sharp contour, you would bake. I would leave it like this because this is fine, but I'm gonna show you guys how I would bake. I actually have to grab my beauty blender. Okay, so I grabbed my beauty blender. Usually when you bake, baking is really the powder sinking like baking onto your face, and basically they call it baking because they say that the temperature of your skin kind of helps melt the powder and some kind of thing like that. I read it online. I totally forgot what it was about, but I know it has something to do with your skin temperature. But I'm gonna go ahead and bake with the Maybelline FitMe foundation, Maybelline FitMe Loose Finishing Powder, and this is in the shade light medium. So I'm just gonna take a damp beauty sponge or a damp beauty blender, and I'm just going to tap my sponge right on the powder, and I'm just going to cut. So I'm going to start from the hairline and then bring it up to here. I don't want to bake all the way up to here. I just want it to bake just right where the contour ends. Okay, I'm gonna leave that on there for a couple of minutes, and then we're gonna go ahead and apply a blush and a highlighter. Okay, so for blush, I'm gonna be using the Morphe Pop of Coral Blush Trio. So this is just my everyday go-to blush. You can use any blush palette that you guys want or any type of blush that you guys want, but this is just mainly what I go for. I really love the shade on this one, so this has been my favorite. So there are two kinds of blush brushes that I love to use. One is an angled brush. This is from Morphe. This is the Morphe R4 angled brush. And as you can see, it is angled and it is super soft and super fluffy. And I really like to use angled brushes if I want like more precise kind of blush application. So I would start from the cheeks and just brush my brush this way towards the hairline. But if I want a more diffuse, not so precise, more natural looking blush application, I will be going in with the Luxie 514 blush brush. So this is more of a loosely packed blush brush, and I really like how this diffuses my blush application and it just makes it more natural and again more diffused. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix Boss and Unapologetic together. These two, I really love them, how it looks together. And then I'm just gonna top off the excess, and again I'm just gonna start from my cheek, the apples of my cheeks, and just bring my brush along the hairline or towards the hairline. And usually when I apply blushes, I usually just smile a little bit so I can see where the apples of my cheeks are. And then sometimes I'll just dab it first and then just do like a light sweeping motion. And again, I'm just gonna go ahead and bring that towards the hairline. And I also like to buff it in circular motion just to even it out. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and take this brush from Beauty. This is just the F200 Dual Finishing Fiber Brush, and I'm just going to blend those powders, the bronzer and the blush powder, just so it meshes well and it looks seamless. So we're gonna go ahead and apply highlighter, but I forgot that I wanted to share another trick with you guys. Also, some people contour their noses. This is just an optional thing. If you guys don't want to contour your nose, that's perfectly fine. But some people do take a small eyeshadow brush and they'll contour their nose just to, give their nose a little bit more of a detailed look. So I'm going to go ahead and take this brush. This is from Aesthetica. This is the P12 powder brush, I believe. And I'm just going to dust this off. Now, normally, if you guys are wondering what kind of face powder should you use to bake, I would prefer the same powder that you use to set the rest of your face or a translucent powder. But this is just what I grabbed. I also I like using the Airspun Coty Airspun translucent powder. That's a really good choice too. You can find that at Walmart. So now I am going to go ahead again and blend out everything. Usually when you take a dual fiber finishing brush like this, it'll help you blend out the powders so they all look seamless and well blended and nothing looks harsh or anything like that. So tip for making your highlight look like it's popping, I usually set my face before I apply my highlighters. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Morphe Continuous setting spray. This has been another holy grail of mine, and I'm just going to set the rest of my face with this one before we apply highlighter. Okay, so now we are almost done. I'm going to go ahead and finish up this face using applying highlighters. I'm going to show you guys two highlighters that I would recommend. One if you guys want a more subtle looking highlight, and the other one if you guys want a more beaming, very in your face kind of highlight. So both of these again can be found at the drugstore or at Ulta in the affordable section. So the subtle one is from Essence. This is just the pure nude highlighter. I really love this. It's super subtle, but it's not, you know, insanely subtle where you can barely see it, but it is a very subtle highlight and you can definitely build it up. You guys can see that. And then you can find Essence, by the way, at Ulta and Target. And then the other one I'm going to be using is from Wet n Wild. This is the MegaGlo highlighting powder in the shade Precious Petals. Looks like so. This is more of an intense highlight, so this is what it looks like. So you can see it is a little bit more intense than the Essence one. So this is what I'm going to be using today. The two highlighter brushes that I like to use nowadays are from Morphe and Real Technique. I'm going to be using the Morphe one. This is the Morphe M510. I think this is a blending brush, I believe. I don't know, it was in the eye section, but a lot of people use this to highlight. So I really love this because it's just the perfect shape for highlighting. It just fits right in the apples of your cheeks. The other one is the Real Technique setting brush. This can be used to set your under eyes, but I use this as a highlighter brush. So this is also another great affordable makeup brush for highlighting. So taking the Morphe brush, I'm going to go ahead and dip my brush onto the product. And then I'm going to start from the high point of my cheeks and then slowly swipe my brush up and down. And just going to bring it up toward the tail of my brow. Sometimes I like to dust a little bit of highlight on the apples of my cheeks, so when I smile, it'll show. And sometimes I'll just leave it like that. I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. And then I'm going to go ahead and bring this highlighter down the bridge of my nose and also the tip of my nose. And then along my cupid bow. And then this is optional, you can definitely leave this out, but you can also highlight your chin and then the top of your brow bone, like around this area. Now some people also take the same highlighter that they apply on their cheek and highlight the brow bone and the inner corners, but and sometimes I do that too, but today I just use the whatever eyeshadow palette that I used today. I used the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette, and I took the gold one, this gold shimmery eyeshadow, to highlight my brow bone and my inner corners, and I also have that all over the lid. And I'm just gonna go ahead and take again the dual fiber brush and just blend that. Okay, so to finish up this look, I'm going to go ahead and set the rest of my face one more time with the setting powder from Morphe, just to make sure that everything is locked in place. Okay guys, so that completes this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This was probably the shortest video from the series because not that much to do really, and it's only 3 products. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Give this video a thumbs up if you did, and again, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Remember that you guys don't have to be professionals to learn how to apply makeup. Like I said in the previous videos, if you guys take your time and, you know, don't rush yourself, you guys will do just fine with applying makeup, and you guys don't have to have all the high-end makeup to create a beautiful makeup look. You guys can also go to the drugstore, the dollar store even, and you can easily achieve a perfect looking makeup look. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!